Hi again, everybody. I have a message here from Anonymous, and here's her story. I've contributed to the channel before. I am unable to contribute at this time. I would like to remain anonymous. I have a question. What's your thoughts and opinion on malignant narcissism versus borderline personality traits? One of the traits to look for of a malignant narcissist that I researched stated the sexual narcissist is often hypersexual, male or female. Pornography, masturbation, incest are reported by the targets. Anything, anyone, young, old, male, female, are there for his or her gratification. This predator takes what is available. Can have a preference for sadomasochism. Often easily bored, demands increasingly deviant stimulation. However, other behavior exists, the one who withholds sex or emotional support. Where does the line cross from malignant narcissism disorder into borderline trait disorder? My apologies if the content comes across as inappropriate. I just thought on how to distinguish one from the other. Well, honestly, borderlines I find have the higher propensity for deviant sexual activity. The malignant narcissist, you got to look at the word malignant, damaging. What a malignant narcissist does, he derives his supply out of hurting others, where it's all about the pain. Whereas the borderline is just all about their own satisfaction. Now, the malignant necessarily gets their satisfaction off of the pain and the destruction and the discomfort and that. Whereas to me, the borderline is just all about, fulfilling their empty hole. It's this constant search for fulfilling their needs. And a lot of times it does cross over into the hypersexuality. Hypersexuality is really, I think, more attributed to borderline personality. But here's the overall theme, and I notice this with a lot of people and a lot of the questions I get. Well, is it more histrionic? Is it malignant? Is it cluster B? Is it borderline? It doesn't matter. To me, it just doesn't matter. It's narcissism. It will all destroy you in the same way and manner and follow you for the rest of your life. Alter your thinking patterns, alter the way you live. So spending like globs and globs of time on trying to pinpoint, well, in some ways they're malignant, in some ways they're borderline, in some ways they're histrionic, and the other ways they're cluster B, doesn't matter. Just look at the tactics for what they are. Narcissism. Now, you can identify that. That doesn't mean you don't go and identify the tactics. But what I find is a lot of people try to get an exact specific diagnosis of what exactly is going on. You don't really need the diagnosis. The term of narcissism is so broad, is very broad, but it's broad and specific at the same time, because we all know what we're talking about when we're talking about narcissistic personality disorders or in that spectrum. The damage is the same. See, no matter what form or where you fall on the spectrum of narcissism, cluster B, borderline, whichever one it is, the damage is all the same. It's all the same damage. It's all the same effects. So don't get caught up wasting time on, trying to identify exactly which one. Where you need to be concerned with is how those traits damaged you and how you move past them. Okay? Knowing it's malignant narcissism instead of borderline personality disorder, you might get a little bit of personal satisfaction out of identifying it, but how does that help you move forward? Abuse is abuse is abuse. A broken dish is a broken dish. Deal with the abuse. Deal with the tactics. Understand it's falling in the spectrum of narcissism, but don't get caught up in trying to like specifically identify which form it is, because I think that takes away from what you went through and what you need to do to heal and move forward. So thank you for your question. I hope that helps. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comments section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, or a narcissist you'd like to expose, you know what to do with the PayPal and my email links in the description box. And remember, when you do send your story to the email, please add at the top of the email whether it's with or without contribution and what name you'd like to go by. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon.